Testing. Testing. I think we're good. Oh, I just kicked the crap out of it. I think we are good. Welcome, y'all, to the PBA 50 Drake Mechanical Open pregame show. We're 40 minutes from practice. 40 minutes from we start competition practice. We'll probably start here in about 30 minutes, 25 minutes from now. So we just want to get in with you. We had the PBA 50 qualifying, PBA 50 Drake Mechanical Open qualifying earlier this morning. So going to go ahead and review that. And then review PBA 50 qualifying. Want to take a quick second to those of you who's in the chat. We got to check who's in the chat real quick. Hold up. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Let's wait for people to file in. See a few of you in the chat. If you have questions, throw them down in the chat. Love to help out. We're on YouTube, and we are on Facebook on Championship Bowling. So both YouTube and Facebook. So if you're in the chat, go ahead and throw some questions down. Love to answer them. Just kind of waiting for everybody to get in. It's just the pre-game show. So don't mind this. I'm going to edit this real quick because there shouldn't be a description. I thought I deleted it. Apparently not. All right. So those of you in here, welcome. If those of you coming in, well, if you're watching this recorded, what's going on? Pregame show. So thank you to a couple people that made this possible, that got us out here. Drake Mechanical, they're the title sponsor of this tournament, the Drake Mechanical PBA Northwest Tour Open. So thank you to them. And thank you to Skids Mobile Tile Service. Danny at Skids, owner-operator, doing a lot for us, helping us out, get us here, throwing money at us so we can buy new equipment, get here, do all these cool events for you guys. So huge shout-out to them. Thank you, Danny at Skids. Guys, on our page, if you go to our Facebook page, I just posted it. They have a coupon. They have a coupon for $25 off if you mention the PBA to them. They're in Farmington. They go for all the way from Salt Lake to Brigham City. They'll travel to you. That's the cool thing about it. He's got a truck. I have a 1-ton Duramax. He did my tires, orders them, comes to your car, wherever it is, work, home, doesn't matter, and then mount and balances them right from his truck. It's awesome. Cool service that he's got, especially in the winter or the summer months, or when you're at work and you just can't get to the shop. Does a great job. So we're going to go over the PBA 50 qualifying, what I saw, who made it, stuff like that. We're going to go over the power rankings that we gave earlier this week on this tournament. It's all going to come down to this qualifying as we're going to take the top third. Then the cut score, my predictions on the cut score. And what I see, how I see it all playing out after seeing the PBA 50 guys go after it. So, Robbie, I don't think so. I don't believe any PBA 50 members are going to try again. I'm not sure if they actually can. I'm not sure, to be honest. There might be a few. Could be a few. We'll see when we get in. There you go. Michael Blair. John Gould said he might. There you go. All right. So, PBA 50. What did we see? So, the cut score, I thought this would be a lot higher scoring than it was. I think what ended up being the issue was the rev rate. I don't think the rev rate was quite high enough for them to create a friction spot in the middle part of the lane. Ball was just kind of rolling out a little bit, and so when they got further left, it wouldn't roll. If they got too straight and wanted to hook too early, a lot of different things were playing against them, and scores weren't nearly as high. I think the cut was -9. We'll pull it up here. Let's see. I've got it right here. Yeah. 12th was -9 at Jason Dorsham. Now, Bob Rosnow, Redding, California, led the squad by almost 100 pins at +181. So pretty awesome what he was able to do and pretty much run over the field. And that didn't really come till like the last 2 or 3 games. That came out of nowhere. He wasn't even in first. Robert Brown was in first going into Game 7. And he must have shot just a monster game in the last game. Not on the on the stream pairs because I didn't really see where it was happening at. But, yeah, monster game. Good for him. So I had predicted to begin with that the score would be like plus 150. Wasn't close to that. And then I just kept going down as the games rolled on, and I kind of saw how tight they were playing. Now, I don't really think you can take much of what happened this morning into now. All the rev rates are significantly higher now. You're going to be able to shape the ball down lane. I think it was part of the issues I saw from a lot of the guys in the PBA 50 is if they got in, they couldn't get the ball to turn the corner. They just didn't have the rev rate to do it. So I have a feeling, the kids' tour, as they call it, will have a much easier time getting the ball to shape down lane. Opening up a friction spot in the middle parks that never really developed for the PBA 50 guys. So, yeah, it was really interesting to see how it went down. I'll give you a rundown of who ended up making it. Let's take a look here. And you can find all of these standings on the PBA's website under the Northwest Tour. You click on the Northwest Tour, go roll down to the page, and then it will give you it'll give you all the tournament information, and then at the bottom of the page give you standings. Those are updated game by game. Josh Blanchard does it here. So first was Bob Rosnow, plus 181. John Burkett made it. He was kind of sitting there on the bubble for a while. Made it in at plus 86. Tony Rodriguez also at plus 86. Robert Brown, who led for a couple games, plus 78. He bowled pretty well. I liked his look a lot. Jeff Conrady, local lefty. I knew lefty was going to make it, plus 63. Steve Klemkin, plus 48. Gary Morgan, plus 47. Russ Hunt, shooting a big game in the last game here in front of us. Not on the string pair, just to the left of it, but shoots a really big game in the clutch when he needed it to go plus 20. Greg Thomas also shoots 240 after being outside of the cut to get himself into ninth place, plus 8. Steve Shervin, plus 4. Ty Dawson, plus 3. And Jason Dowsharm from Reno, Nevada, minus 9. That rounds out the top 12 that we took, the top third. So, Cashers round tomorrow. Both the PBA 50 guys and the PBA guys will be bowling the Cashers round. The top thirds from each squad, from each qualifying round. We'll bowl the Cashers round tomorrow. We're going to take 8. We're going to take 8. I believe it's 5 games. I want to say 5 games is going to get bowled tomorrow during the Cashers round. And, yeah, we go from 12 to 8. There's going to be probably 17, 18 guys, I think. From this squad, I'm not 100% sure on that number yet. We'll know when it starts, and those guys will bowl the Cashers round. 8:30 a.m. tomorrow. We'll be live at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow for this event, so you're not going to want to miss that. The Cashers round, I feel like it's going to be even tighter than it was today. It's going to be a lot tighter, and then we're going to cut to 8 for the round of 8, and then cut to 4 once single elimination 3-game matches. So there's going to be a lot of games. We're doing roll call right now, so we got about 10 minutes, 15 minutes before we start practice. They're going to go into the paddock and go over all of the rules and make sure everybody's here. Power rankings. I'm still pretty confident on my power rankings, guys. I'm still pretty confident. Yeah, Steve Clemson's got a shot, man. But, yeah, I'm pretty confident with my predictions, seeing how it played. Speed might actually be, if it does break down the way it did. Trayson, yes, it was. Braden, yes, PBA 50 went first. So both of those got those. I think if it breaks down like it did, I don't think it will, but if it does, Speed will be a friend, and I think Nick Bagaro is going to have a huge advantage being able to play a lot more direct. I still think Kendall's going to do better. Do good. I think he's able to play both Speed better than slow hooking the lane. So if he's able to play his A game and throw the ball his normal speed, he's going to probably run over the field. But I think he's got the equipment. I think he's got the mindset, and I'm still pretty confident on that pick. Throughout, Clay Reese, that was a step for me. We'll see how that one pans out. But yeah, I'm still pretty confident on the power rankings. We're gonna see how many I got. All right, so we'll do a little bit of a recap. Our pregame show tomorrow morning. We're gonna go see how my power rankings ended up out of the 10 that I chose, that I saw that I think are gonna perform pretty well. 10 of we'll see how many of those make it through to the cashers round today. Give myself a little bit of a grade. See how good I am at picking them. All right. Cut score for today, for this round. I don't know, man. I'm really confused on how hard it played. It really shouldn't play that hard here at Westies. Like, there's so much free friction, right? I just don't know if they were able to break them down in a way that allowed the scoring to happen. So I feel like that will happen here. My prediction for cut score, I think I'm going to go plus 100. I went way liberally and put one plus 150 this morning. Don't think that's going to happen. But I do think plus 100 is a real number that you're going to want to get to. Some really good bowlers out here. I mean, Giorgio, Kendall, Clay, like the top 5 people from, the Northwest Tour points. They're all out here. The center plays to this pattern. It gives you a little extra friction to bank it off of when you get deep, and that's going to really help. So if the guys can develop a friction spot, right? Because you can play pretty straight at practice on this pattern because there's enough friction down lane to get it to bump. But this pattern holds enough volume to keep the ball in line. If they can develop a friction spot down lane around like 6 board, 7 board, the scores are going to go through the roof because they're going to be able to just step in and just chip away at that shape in the middle of the pattern around 11. They can just kind of chuck it, and they'll have a little miss room right. Break point about 9, 10, and they can just kind of chuck it, and it's going to shape off that spot. They get a little right. Still going to get back. So I think cut scores are going to be pretty good. If they break down the way that I think they will, they're going to be pretty good. If they don't, it could get messy pretty quick. So that's all I have. We're going to see how it shakes down during qualifying. You're going to want to see that. We're going to start it, probably going to be right at 2, right at the tail end of practice, which is usually about 1:57. Josh is pretty good at keeping everything punctual, so you'll hear me on that call. If you have any questions, throw them down in the comments. We'll be on Facebook and YouTube. YouTube helps me significantly more bringing this content continuously. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Guys, I appreciate you tuning in to the pregame show. Again, thank you to our sponsors. Skids Mobile Tire Service with Danny. Go check them out. Mention the PBA. Get $25 off your first time. And thank you to Drake Mechanical for their title sponsoring of the tournament. Robbie, no, I didn't see Josh Link. I'm not sure. I think his speed would hurt him. I think a little bit slower would help him, Josh Link. So I would be concerned about his speed. That would be my concern about him. Is he bowling? Yeah. We'll keep an eye out for him. If I see him cross through the pairs, we'll definitely take a look and see how it's going. But thank you, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the qualifying. Thanks, guys.